Thank God nobody comes for confession to charismatics. You have to learn to handle confidential information. And what God shows you is confidential information. But we blast it. Sometimes humiliate people in public.
If you know my Yankopon choose you, our leaders, Emma Israel for Bebrebe, Ayam from so, Omu weaknesses.
It was God that chose them.
Also for Penny, Dr. Mensah Otabil, because
Pastor Mensah Otabil.
Onos were a leader.
Because he's also a leader. I believe so much that he has been called by God.
Only clean 100%.
But he is not 100% clean.
Mensah Otabil Bempah, me clean 100%.
Now, I, Prophet Owusu Bempah, I am also not clean 100%.
Pastors, the clergy, they are trained to handle confidential information. Because people go for confession. The priest has to handle that information. If it was charismatics and people did confession, we'll have prayer topics, we have preaching topics, we have control, manipulation. Remember the thing you told me? If I tell your wife right now, come and sow seed. Thank God nobody comes for confession to charismatics. You have to learn to handle confidential information. And what God shows you is confidential information. But we blast it. Sometimes humiliate people in public. The Lord showed me this about you, and we describe people's health challenges publicly. Embarrassing situations that they wish nobody hears. God told you about it, and you feel that the best way is to announce it publicly. The sad thing is, even after we have publicly disgraced them, there is no healing.
If you know my Yankopon choose you, our leaders, Emma Israel for Bebrebe, Ayam from so, Omu weaknesses.
Now, many of the people. Many of the people that God chose and made them leaders over nations, many of them did very wrong things. It was God that chose them.
Also for Penny, Dr. Mensah Otabil,
so I beg to differ. I do not agree with Pastor Mensah Otabil.
Onos were a leader.
Because he's also a leader. I believe so much that he has been called by God.
Only clean 100%.
But he is not 100% clean.
Mensah Otabil Bempah, me clean 100%.
Now, I, Prophet Owusu Bempah, I am also not clean 100%.
Only clean.
And there is no person who is clean 100% on earth.
We are Papa said and
no matter your good deeds, the amount of good deeds or good character you exhibit and show, there will still be some fault in your life.
And to say leader be a former and non say any concern you choose leaders. So a man of God will be super fun. So still nyame because one fret men of God.
So if somebody or a leader does something wrong, or that leader is susceptible to making errors, it does not mean that God cannot choose that person who is frail and susceptible to become a leader. God will continue to choose men of God, appoint them, call them, empower them.
Leader ben onyame choose no amfum so ni ho e Bible.
Now throughout the
Moses,
Bible, which leader did God choose?
Who Noah
was infallible, had no weakness
Abraham,
or fault. From Moses,
Jacob,
to Noah, to Abraham, to Jacob,
David,
to David,
Samson,
to Samson. Many of them. So the fact that they had weaknesses or faults, or they were susceptible to certain errors, making certain errors, does that mean God doesn't choose them? Now I am speaking with all humility, and I am according great honor and respect
because ye papa nom e wo nyame adwuma mu oka ho bi.
To Pastor Dr. Mensah Otabil, because he is one of the patriarchs of our faith in Ghana in this generation.
Say ye bo abaso e wo man mu e fa good leaders o mama nyamesom kristosom aye established. Dr. Mensah Otabil were one of them.
And if we are speaking of men of God who have devoted their lives to ensuring that Christianity gets rooted and gets a firm foundation in this nation, Pastor Dr. Mensah Otabil is one of them.
We're highly anointed.
He is highly anointed.
We're too matured.
And he is so matured.
But in you can say, on left out there, now breaky obisoso office.
So, that said, I would also add that it is inappropriate that you exalt your office and bring the office of others down.
Emma teaching anointing. Say nyamena nefre prophets. Emma a prophetic anointing to choose like Jehoiada, like Elijah and Elisha.
It is that same God that anointed his prophets and gave them the power to choose leaders. For instance, Jehoiada
time and
Nathan.
Ghana for the woman who so concerning bank issue be any sikedia be ensembi yanina yadem paibo a tie nechi because we nipa atono ebetimi atome tini kwanse me condemn no. But I'm telling you, said Dr. Mensah Otabil or respect teaching anointing na me respect prophetic anointing.
Now,
we
all prayed for him when people raised their voices against him. But if he has if he has great honor and regard to the teaching office and the teaching anointing, I have great regard for the prophetic office and the prophetic anointing.
Nebanga semino. Say Rev Owusu Bempah kabana Michelle Sawam. But I am say you no to nam ho. It is alleged. San and Crawford can say nen yes sofo yes ha. It's alleged. Me tie o radio so newspapers mu. Ti me am dey compare me am ho am hu say no. Kaya me a sadia ya tami ka Michelle Sawam. Enipa nyamena meso ahyenkom for so many years. Actually leaders on be lead your man. Da bia na edimatem so na si. Ye dimatem na si still ye gusu dimatem na ebesi.
Now, insulting me and it shall surely come to pass.
Erade kasa kire me said Dr. Baumia me bompa ya mano no minyai.
Now, the Lord told me that His Excellency, Dr. Baumia, who I was making intercessions for, the Lord told me to stop.
Mentano, where my best friend, now,
I don't hate him. He is my very good friend. He visits me at home. I also visit him at home.
President, but I rather say, and you know what you soon. No mom. Wahua koma papa bi. Oh JDM. Minim first na koma said yet. But say dear. Me a wonyame farm so ka say ontumi nya president dano. The same me. En wonyame eyi kire me say. Ka kire me say. Ono na say onyame de Ghana ahye ne nsa. Na opa challenge ono na be win election no.